So here I'm just going to finish off the blend shapes. So you can see I've got all my little hierarchies in here. Everything's in the same order. It has to be in the same order. If it's not in the same order, it's not going to work. I'm just going to move this over to the side here. And if I want to, right now I could start sculpting these heads. Actually, maybe I should just show one more thing. I'm just going to make the blend shape and then I'll start sculpting the head so that way you kind of see where I am. So there's the head group. That's the original. I want to select this one last. So I'm going to go in here and I'll select this, hold down Shift, select this, 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 and then I'm going to go over here and I'll select that last. And then I'm going to go under Create Deformers, and up near the top here there's something called a blend shape, and I'm just going to accept all the default settings and everything like that, and it's done. Didn't get any errors down at the bottom, so everything's fine. And what I'm going to do is I'll take a look under Window, Animation Editors, Blend Shape Editor, take a look and make sure everything's working. I've got this cluster on right here, and the cluster, still everything's not zeroed out. I'm just going to take all that, and I'm going to hit 0, done. And now we'll just check this out. I think I might just hide the cluster because I don't really feel like using it anymore right now. Remember, the cluster was just a tool to open and close the mouth to get these face shapes here really fast. Otherwise, pulling these vertices around for that it sucks. My A face, my E, my M, O, F. Anyway, so I'm just going to turn this on. You can turn it on and you can work with it. This thing here, the little window for this, seems to take up a lot of space. I kind of like to go and hit the select button on the blend shape, and then that way all these little sliders here are just sitting over here, and you can use your middle mouse click and you can do these. Okay? And I made a button on my shell for that too, so I can just select the blend shape. So if I deselect, I just go and hit this, and it's select blend shape 1. Boop. Okay, good. So with the A face open like this, you see I actually didn't smooth out the normals on my tongue. Whatever. What I want to do is the A face just isn't quite working, so I'm just going to go in here and use the Solid Modification tool. And as your mouth opens, this area kind of stretches and pushes in a bit. And I'm just going to go and move this in. Okay, great. And let's go and pull this side in a bit. Okay. And then I can go over here and look at it and say, well, is that working yet? We'll find out. I'm just going to go and hit Blend Shape 1. And I take the A and it's almost working. It doesn't feel quite smoothed out yet enough. Just going to take this, all these S's all over the place. The Solid Modification tool and the Sculpt Polygon tool don't like each other that much. So I'm going to go and clear the history. And let's see, I want to get to the Sculpt Polygon tool, Paint, Sculpt. All I was doing is right clicking. And if you feel like it, you can put on reflections. If I hit U, I can go here and turn on my reflections. Great. Let's close this. And I'm just going to smooth this out a little bit. And see if I can push that in. Actually, what function do I have on? I do have smooth. Okay, good. Boop. Felt like I might have had something else on for a second, that other relax function, which I'm not as crazy about. Okay, and let's just check it out. And what's it looking like up there? If I smooth this down a bit more, great. Actually, what does he look like if he has textures on? I could probably have done a bit more work and right around there. That's good enough. What time are we at? 4 minutes. Okay, I'm trying to do this fast. So we'll say that that works. Okay, that's not too bad. It moves this upper part of the face too. Great. And let's just turn that off. Let's do an E. Okay, so the E face over here. Well, the E face is very similar to the A face, except that the oval is kind of working in the opposite direction. And so all I'm going to really do is try and reveal the back teeth. So if I go and I get the Solid Modification tool out, and I grab this, and I go and I pull this back, and if your geometry flow is good, you're going to be giggling. And let's pull this in a bit. This in a bit. And let's just check it out, see what it looks like. That C face is on this type of thing. Actually, I could maybe even open the mouth too much. Yeah, I opened the mouth too much on this one. Whatever. Let's go and do the M face. The M face is the same kind of thing as the E face over there. It's just basically I just got to move this back a bit. Okay, and push this in a bit. Okay, so there's my E, and if I just quickly zip over here and turn off the E, what does M look like? Okay, good enough. And I'm just going to skip down to the F face. The F face is, I find, the easy. The hardest one is the O, and I'm going to see if I can do this in under 10 minutes for the O, but it's still, I always find that's the suckiest one. Just going to go in here and my saw modification tool that I have on, you might notice, actually let's not do it on this one, let's just double click on the saw modification tool. It's on volume. I'm just going to turn this one here to surface, and then I'm going to deselect and I'm going to select it again, and you'll see that now it doesn't affect this area because it's not part of the surface. It's only going across the surface here, so I can go and push this back, and maybe I'll rotate it a little bit, and let's pull it up and back. Okay, and there is my I'm just going to pull this back a little bit too. Okay, and see how that works. And take a look at this. Go and hit that, and F. Good enough. Jaw looks a little bit funny. Yeah, I'm going to leave it though for now. And what's the last thing here? Oh. I haven't had my coffee yet, so I need, and my throat's all crap. The O face. Okay, you just got to remember that with O, here I've opened the mouth slightly, and I'm just going to go in here and move this down. Basically, these areas of the lips come up and they purse together. So like this. And okay, I might have to do this for a little bit, kind of nudging them around. And it's taken me a while before I actually figured out how to do this quickly. Okay, I'm getting faster and faster at it all the time. Boop. Let's move this up a little bit. Push this back a little bit. Okay, and it looks like, and I'm going to make it look really stinking easy, and then you're going to go, why is he complaining about this? But I remember figuring out how to do this fast sucked. Do one of those kind of weird, now let's do this. Might make that bulge out a little bit. Depends how cartoony you want to make this. And I'm just kind of rotating it a little bit. So it's giving me a nice little French pursed lip. And what time are we at? 8:03. I'm going to say it's good enough for now because I could spend a bit more time on it. But now it's a ooh. Actually, again, I think I moved the jaw too much. Let's see. If I go in and I bring back the cluster, Control-Shift-H, boop, there it is. One of the great things about having the cluster sitting right here still is the fact that it still works, right? So and it's combining with these. So I could actually go up and I could pull that jaw back up a little bit here, and then decide that, do I like this one or do I like that one? And what I'll do is I'm just going to take this, move it up here, and I could make, oh god damn it, Control D. You just kind of pull this one down here and see what I think of this. Does that make much of a difference? I just pulled the jaw up a little bit so that I could sculpt them out. It's just I moved the jaw down too much. I shouldn't have moved it that much. But yeah, I could just take this thing and eliminate the this other O here and replace it with this one. But anyway, that's BlendShapes. I'm going to stop.